So I'll be showing you how to make the V-shaped autogele today. So I'll be using this fabric of gele. This is very soft gele, maybe sago gele or something. Soft gele for the base, and then I'll be using the ashoke, the soft ashoke for the upper pleat. Okay, so for the base, you're going to cut out two of this 15 inches width by 12 inches length. 15 inches by 12 inches, you cut two of that. And for the strap, you also cut 12 inches by 6 inches width, 12 inches length by 6 inches width. You're cutting two of that. Now for the cover of the head, this is what we're going to sew on the pleated base. So for this cover, you are measuring 15 inches by, you're measuring 20 inches width by 15 inches length. 20 inches width by 15 inches length. And for the second piece, that's the one that has the layers on top, you are going to measure 28 inches width by 50 inches length. You can see the type of gele I'm using. It's not enough, so I had to join it at this place. Okay, so if you're using the ashoke, make sure you're joining it. I will post the video of how to join your ashoke. So you're going to be joining it together to achieve 50 inches length all the way down. So the width is 28 inches. So now let's begin our sewing. You take the first piece that we cut, and then you're going to be folding the edge by 1 inch. You fold the edge all the way down by 1 inch, and then you can use your serging machine. Okay, that's the overlocking machine or the weaving machine. You can use it to weave the edges to make it neat. So you fold in 1 inch, and then you're going to be pleating 6 pleats together. I'll show you how to pleat now. Okay, so now what you're going to do after folding that in is that you measure 2 inches like this. You mark ½ inch, and then the 2 inches you mark it there. So you're marking 1.5 and then ½ inch. So you're going to be folding at that ½ inch. You fold it down like this, and then you pin it down. So you measure 2 inches again, but you mark 1.5 and then ½ inch. You fold it at the ½ inch again on the next one. So you measure another 1.5 and ½ inch, and then you'll be folding at the ½ inch so that it overlaps on each other. Now by the time you take it to the sewing machine, you're going to be sewing inside this place, so that by the time this comes on, it's going to cover your seam line. So you also sew in again, and then you cover again. So you sew inside here, and then you cover again till you achieve 6 pleats. So you can see mine, I've sewn inside. You can see the seam line covered, you can see the seam line covered, seam line covered. So I've done that for 2. So now you're going to be placing this pleated part on this part. This tip must touch this tip here, and then this tip must touch this tip here. So you're going to be sewing, just hold this together, hold them together by sewing down there. So I've secured them in place. So now you're going to fold into 2 to be able to get the center. So this is our center here. You mark that. So I've marked my center here. This is the center. So you take the one we cut for the cover. This is the 20 inches width by 15 inches length. You also get the midpoint, and then you'll be turning it on the, you'll be aligning it to the edge. So you're going to be sewing it down to the edge here. You're going to be sewing it round this edge. So I'm done sewing. I'm done sewing half an inch round, so you can trim off this edge side, and then this is what we come up with. So we're going to take the strap 12 inches by 6 inches, and then we'll use it in turning the edge here. I've sewn it in between, and so I'll be sewing now the flap, the strap. You can see that I've cut it, I've slanted it. So you're going to be sewing a 1/4 inch from there into this. So I've sewn in the side, see? So I'm going to be turning this out. So after turning it out, this is what you get. So you're going to be folding in these two edges against each other, and then you will top stitch all the way down. So now you can just use your serging machine to just clean up the edges there, to just weave the edges like that, or you can turn this in and then you top stitch all the way down too. So now you can see I've done the weaving of the sides. That's the serging. I used my weaving machine round. So we're done with this top. So you can see how beautiful it sits on the doll head, because this gele is softer. So that's it. And now we're going to take the second part for the upper part of the gele, the 28 inches width by 50 inches length. So you're going to weave the edges, or you can just top stitch, you sew it there. And so now you fold in 1 inch like we did for the previous gele, and then you begin to pleat 1 inch on top of each other, 1 inch, and then you're going to be sewing it down like we did for the previous one. So you see I marked 1 inch, and then I pleated it, about 4-5 together, and then I'm sewing them together like this, sewing them together. Okay, so you just keep pleating together. You'll be sewing. You can take the next 3 or 4 pleats together, sew, and make sure you pick the last one here, and then you join it to it. So that's what you're going to be doing all the way to the end of the gele, and then I'll show you how to attach it to the top, to the top. So I'm done with pleating this. You can see how it is close. Now you can see the edge too, the top, the way I just picked tiny bits of the ashoke to use. So you're going to take the strap, 6 inches width by 12 inches length. You cut 2 pieces of that, and so you're going to put the head of the gele, that's the tori, the top of the gele. You put it in between, and then you're going to be sewing these to the edge. You'll be sewing this side to the edge. So I've tacked it with my needle and thread, and so you're going to slant this place. So you're going to slant that edge in, and then we'll be sewing all the way here, and then you sew it to this point so you can turn it out. You can turn your gele out through this opening. So I have sewn that out, and then I'm going to turn it out from here. So I've turned it out. So you'll be folding in this edge and this edge, and then you're top stitching this point. So you can see the neat finishing on the side here, and it's also been done on this side. So now we want to attach it to the upper part. So you're going to, to the lower cap here. So you're going to mark the center of this pleated one, and also mark the center of this first one. That's the center point. So you're going to place this above, it center to center, and so you pin that down. So I've pinned the center, so you're going to be aligning this one in a curve. It's going to curve on the edge here. You see how it is? So you'll be sewing on the last pleat here. That's the first pleat rather. You'll be sewing this down to the cap round, and you're going to do the same thing for this point. Now we're done with it. You can see that I've stitched it with my sewing machine. So you just clean up the tailor's chalk. So this is my V-shaped autogele. So the back. Okay. So you're good to go. Thanks for watching.